April 17th, 2025. Florida State University, a place of dreams, becomes a nightmare. Gunshots tear through the student union, leaving 2 dead, 6 wounded. The shooter? A 20-year-old FSU student trained by the sheriff's office, son of a deputy. But here's the kicker. He's no kid. He's a grown man with a dark secret. What drove Phoenix Ikner to pull the trigger? Stick around, because the truth will shock you. Picture this. It's a sunny Thursday at Florida State University. Students laugh, grab lunch, plan their weekends. Then, bang. Screams replace chatter. A lone gunman opens fire near the student union, and in minutes, lives are shattered. 2 are dead, 6 are fighting to survive. The shooter's name? Phoenix Ikner, age 20. And let's get one thing straight. Folks online are fuming that some call him a kid. He's an adult, a political science major, raised in a sheriff's deputy's home. So why'd he do it? Was it rage? Madness? Or something nobody saw coming? One chilling detail stands out. The night before, he texted a friend, "Twice the head trauma, twice the power." What did he mean? You're about to find out. Before we unravel the shooter's mind, let's honor the lives he took. Tiru Chabba, 45, wasn't just a vendor at FSU's market. He was a cornerstone of the community. Born in India, he'd moved to Tallahassee 15 years ago, raising 2 daughters with his wife, Priya. Every morning, he'd set up his stall, humming Bollywood songs, offering students free samples to brighten their day. But something was off in his final weeks. Tiru told Priya he felt watched at the market, like someone was lingering too long near his stall. Was it paranoia, or did he cross paths with danger? Then there's Robert Morales, 57, or Uncle Bob to FSU students. A dining hall worker, Bob had a knack for spotting kids having a bad day. He'd sneak them extra fries or crack a dad joke to get a smile. He was saving for a fishing cabin in the Panhandle, planning to retire next year with his partner, Maria. But Bob had a quirk. He'd always double-check the dining hall locks at night, like he sensed trouble. Did he notice something, or someone, out of place? These men, not students but pillars of FSU's campus, left behind grieving families, and a question that haunts us. Why were they targeted? Their stories remind us this isn't just a crime. It's a loss that cuts deep. Step into the crime scene, where chaos still lingers. It's 11:50 a.m., April 17th, 2025. FSU's student union is alive with chatter. Students sip coffee, vendors hawk lunch. Then, Phoenix Ikner shatters the calm. He steps from his car, shotgun raised. It jams. He grabs a .45 caliber handgun, his stepmother's old service weapon, and begins shooting. Chaos erupts as students and staff scatter. Near Tiru Chabba's stall, a broken coffee cup lies spilled. By the dining hall, Robert Morales's keys rest on the ground. 6 others, students, staff, seek cover, phones buzzing with desperate texts. Police swarm in, shooting Ikner within minutes. He's down, alive but silent. Here's what doesn't add up. Ikner left an AR-15 in his car, loaded, with extra magazines. Why not use it? Was he rushed, or saving it for later? Cops find a knife, ammo, and a notebook scrawled with verses about being a war club and God's weapon. Near Tiru's stall, a single footprint doesn't match the victim's shoes. Whose was it? And that handgun, tied to Deputy Jessica Ikner, raises a sickening question. How does a sheriff's son turn a service weapon on innocents? That head trauma text he sent the night before? It's starting to sound like he planned every step. Now, let's face Phoenix Ikner. Not the kid some try to soft pedal, but a 20-year-old man with a loaded gun and a darker past. Born Christian Gunnar Eriksson in 2004, he was a dual American-Norwegian citizen, son of Christopher Ikner and Anna-Marie Eriksson. His childhood? A battlefield. In 2015, his mom fled to Norway with him, defying a custody order. She was arrested, convicted, and Phoenix returned to Tallahassee, scarred. Court records show he struggled. ADH, a growth hormone disorder, emotional outbursts. He was on meds, but by 2025, he'd stopped taking them. At 16, he legally changed his name to Phoenix, writing in his petition it was his rebirth from ashes. Creepy, right? Raised by his dad and stepmom, Deputy Jessica Ikner, he joined the Leon County Sheriff's Youth Advisory Council, training with guns, learning police tactics. Sheriff Walt McNeil called him engaged, but others saw cracks. At Tallahassee State College, before FSU, Ikner joined a political discourse club. Classmates reported he ranted with far-right views, allegedly opposing multiculturalism and, in some accounts, defending Nazi symbols. They claimed he called Rosa Parks overrated, mocked Black Lives Matter, and laughed at pro-Palestinian protests, though investigators are still verifying these statements. Classmates were so unnerved, they booted him out. One said, he'd stare at you like he was sizing you up. Online, he posted cryptic biblical quotes, like being a weapon for battle. Ex-posts claim he bragged in group chats about his guns, saying, "Power comes from pain." Was he radicalized by far-right forums? Spiraling from untreated mental health issues? Or both? Here's the chilling part. He had no ties to his victims, no grudges, no fights. So why shoot? Was it a political statement? A personal breakdown? Or a twisted need to be seen? That head trauma text, "twice the power," feels like he was already pulling the trigger in his mind. But how does a sheriff's son, trained to serve, choose slaughter instead? Just when you think you've got Phoenix Ikner figured out, here's the twist. He might have been stopped short of something far worse. Police found that AR-15 in his car, fully loaded, with extra magazines. Was he planning a bigger massacre? A law enforcement source says the jammed shotgun and quick police response cut his attack short. But here's what stings. His stepmother, Deputy Jessica Ikner, gave him access to that handgun. She's been cleared. Sheriff says she did nothing wrong. But how does a deputy's son, trained to protect, become a killer? And those far-right views? Some ex-posts claim he was in group chats, bragging about guns, but others say he was just a loner spiraling. The real monster might be the system that let him slip through. Mental health ignored, guns too easy to get. Or is the truth still out there, hiding in his silence? Tallahassee is still reeling. FSU's campus, once vibrant, now carries scars. Thousands gathered for a vigil, honoring Tiru Chabba and Robert Morales. The 6 survivors face long recoveries, some haunted by their second brush with gun violence. Parkland was their first. Classes are back, but fear lingers. Phoenix Ikner, still hospitalized, faces murder charges, but he's not talking. The sheriff's office defends Deputy Ikner, yet questions burn. How did a 20-year-old, not a kid, an adult, get those guns? Why didn't anyone stop his spiral? This is America's 81st mass shooting in 2025, and the big question remains, what's it going to take to end this? As the screen fades, tell me, what do you think drove Phoenix Ikner, and how do we stop the next one? This tragedy isn't just a story. It's a wake-up call. Subscribe for more true crime that digs deep, and comment below. What's the hidden truth behind the FSU shooting? Stay safe, and let's keep asking the tough questions.